This is Jonah Rosenblum with the Record-Courier, providing a breakdown of a emotional, pivotal, consequential day in Portage County sports history. Crestwood votes 4-1 at the Board of Education meeting Tuesday night to leave the Portage Trail Conference County Division for the Chagrin Valley Conference. Technically, the move is not official until the CVC votes on it, but according to CVC Commissioner Dr. Don Lewis, that is not expected to be a problem, and for all intents and purposes, Crestwood is moving on. It's a historic move for the Red Devils, who have always been a member of Portage County Leagues, the Portage Trail Conference since 2005, and before that, the Portage County League for many, many decades. The reasons cited for the move were largely related to the county division only having 7 teams, 6 football schools, and the problems that would be posed in various sports like bowling, golf, wrestling with the departure of the 8 Metro Division schools after the 2019-2020 school year. Now, some of the concerns brought up in the board meeting, the main one was the league dues, and they are projected to go from $3,800 roughly in the PTC to $8,200 roughly in the CVC. And that big increase, more than doubling the league dues, was a source of concern for several board members, including Kristen Kavanaugh, who ultimately was the lone dissenter on the board as the board voted 4-1 to leave. But the argument that was made by board member Todd Monroe, Crestwood Athletic Director Brett Cook, Crestwood Superintendent David Toth, and Dr. Don Lewis, the CVC Commissioner, was you get what you pay for, and the CVC has a lot more to offer, including the third-party commissioner, Dr. Don Lewis, including the league website, and including some extracurricular activities, including a lot of things the CVC does, for example, a robotics showcase, some stuff off the field, as well as the on-field offerings for a sport like, say, tennis, where once the Metro leaves, there will only be 2 schools, Crestwood and Southeast, that play it in the county, versus the CVC, where there is a full group of schools that play tennis. A sport like swimming would be a similar story, where Crestwood is one of the only schools in the PTC that ever had a swimming team, and the CVC offers a fully stacked league. So again, those were some of the debates that took place. The concerns raised were over the league dues, as well as how they would build new rivalries in the new league, but ultimately the vote was 4-1 in favor of leaving. So where does that leave Rootstown, Garfield, Southeast, and Mogadore, the 4 local schools that remain in the county division? Well, a 6-team league is likely not viable, because currently the county division is down to Garfield, Mogadore, Rootstown, Southeast, Lake Center Christian, and Valley Christian. Now, I talked to Garfield Superintendent Ted Lysak. He emphasized that the 4 local schools, Garfield, Mogadore, Southeast, and Rootstown, would like to stay together. A 6-team league is not out of the question, but it sure is hard to manage, and it is certainly not ideal. So likely those 4 local schools will look to other leagues. The Mahoning Valley Athletic Conference is a leading contender, perhaps even the Northeastern Athletic Conference, but they are going to look for a league that would be willing to take as many of them as possible, ideally all 4. That is the goal. And whether or not that league exists remains to be seen. But Ted Lysak said the first step is for the 4 local schools to meet and discuss what league they would be interested in joining together. So again, the 4 schools are looking for an option to stay together, and Crestwood is leaving for the Chagrin Valley Conference. Reporting live, Jonah Rosenblum.